Hello everyone and welcome you all in mathematics class, and today we are going to study this ratio and proportion chapter mathematics for studied 7th year, and here we are going to study the points that proportion and continued proportions. Okay, and it is the third video for this week. So now let's start, students. That first we have to understand proportion. So what is proportion? That we can understand it like this, that if four numbers A, B, C and D, these are the four numbers, are said to be in proportion. When they will be said that they are in proportion? That when A is to B is equals to C is to D. That means the ratio of first two numbers is equal to the ratio of last two numbers. Okay, then, and we write it as like this, that A is to B is proportional to C is to D. This is the symbol of proportionality. Okay, if two ratios are proportion, then these two columns we are giving together in between only. Okay, so that means A is to B, two dots. Okay, four dots together we are giving here. So this means what? These two ratios are in proportion. That means these four numbers are in proportion, and its meaning is this also. That means the ratio of first two numbers is equal to the ratio of last two numbers. Okay, and only then only it is called that these four numbers are in proportion. And here A is the first term, and you will say B is the second term. Okay, that B is the second term, A is the first term, and then this C is the third term, and at the last this D is the fourth term. And this fourth term, this D is also called the fourth proportional. And sometimes the question will ask also to find the fourth proportional when the first term and second term and third term are given. Okay, so D is the fourth term. Then if A is to B is proportional to C is to D, this is the symbol of proportionality. That means these four numbers are in proportion. So if A is to B is proportional to C is to D, that means these two ratios are equal. Then A and D are called the extremes. At the last corner written, that is the extremes, and in between written numbers B and C are called the means. Okay, then you will say here is one very important rule here, that product of extremes is equal to product of means. Okay, so that means this A into D is equals to B into C. This is a rule of proportionality. If four numbers are in proportion, then you can say that product of extremes is equals to product of means. Means A into D is equals to B into C, because B and C are the middle numbers written in middle, so they are means only. Next, so that the numbers 30, this is a question, okay, based on this concept only, that show that the numbers 30, 40, 45 and 60 are in proportion. Okay, so how you will do this? That we can write that we have product of extremes equals to 30 and 40, 30 and 60, you can see. So 30 into 60 is 1800. Okay, that's okay. And now product of means, that means 40 into 45, that is also equals to 1800. And we are seeing that they are equal. That means here product of extreme is equals to product of means. That means these four numbers 30, 40, 45 and 60 are in proportion. Okay, because this is the rule of proportion only, that product of extremes equals to product of means. If it is followed here, that means the given numbers are in proportion. Now you have to understand the continued proportion. Okay, what is continued proportion? So if three numbers A, B and C, we are talking about three numbers here, are in continued proportion, are said to be in continued proportion if the ratio of first, second is equal to the ratio of second and third. Listen clearly. Ratio of first and second is equal to the ratio of second and third. That means A is to B is equals to B is to C, and here the second and third number is same only, that is B only here. So in other words, we can write like this also, that A is to B is proportional to B is to C. So here you can see the means numbers are same. The number written in the middle, that means product of means, what I am saying, that B and B, second and third numbers are same here. Okay, so in such conditions, when ratio of first and second number is equal to the ratio of second and third number, then you can say these all three numbers, that means first, second and third, are in continued proportion. Okay, then you may write that product of extremes is equals to product of means. It is followed in any proportion. Okay, if you consider four numbers, then also, and if you consider three numbers for continued proportion, then also it can be written as four number only, because the second and third number we are taking as the same number. Second and third numbers are same, then if we will take that second and third number as same, then after all there is four numbers only, so we can consider it as a proportion only. So product of extreme equals to product of means B into B is B square. Product of means is B into B. I am doing first product of means only. Anything you can write on left side or right side. So first I am writing product of means, that is B into B is B square, and that is equal to product of extreme means A into C. So this is equal to B square equals to AC. B square equals to AC. This we have got, and this is the result of continued proportion, that always the square of middle term, if three numbers are in proportion, A, B and C are in continued proportion, then the middle number is B only in that case, then the square of middle number, that is B square, is equal to the product of first and third. So B square equals to A into C. Okay. Now if three numbers A, B and C are in continued proportion, then one more fact is here, that C is called the third proportional of A and B. If you consider three numbers only, A, B, C, then C is called the third proportional to A and B, and fourth proportional to A, B and B, in which second and third is same. You can see A, B and B. Okay, the second and third numbers are same here I have taken. So it is called the fourth proportional for A, B and B, and third proportional for A and B. Now this question you have to see based on continued proportion only, where we can use this method of continued proportion, that if 25, 30, 35 and x are in continued proportion, then find the value of x. That means you have to find the value of x here. Then what you will do, that since 25 and 35 and x are in continued proportion, then we can say that product of this, we can say that in the ratio we can write like this, that 25 is to 35 is proportional to 35 is to x. That means ratio of first and second number is equal to the ratio of second and third number. So you can see the second and third numbers are same here. So according to this rule, that product of means is equal to product of extreme. First I am writing means only. So 35 into 35 is equal to this 25 into x. That means product of extremes. So now solving this equation, you can find the value of this x. 25 will go on right side, on left side of the equation, and it will divide. So x equals to 35 into 35 by x. After that I have inverted it to make it a clear view only. So 35 into 35 by 25, this you will solve. Then 5 into 5 times 25, 5 into 7 time you will cut 35, again 5 into 1 time, and 5 into 7 time. So result is 7 into 7 means 49 is the answer. That is 49 is the value of x, and it is the third proportional also. So that's all. This way you can revise, students, now these questions nicely, and you may solve the questions also of exercise 8b, okay, easily, question number 1 to 8 for your practice only and for your homework, okay. And NCERT exercise 8.1 question number you can solve 1 and 2 there also. So that's all, students. Thank you all of you, and watch this video nicely for understanding all the things. So now thank you.